The next round is called The Poll with a Hole. We've looked through hundreds of surveys, past and present, from around the world and unearthed some fascinating facts. Unfortunately, each statistic is missing one salient piece of information, so it's up to our panellists to fill in the gaps. Dave's team, you're first. 62% of pupils believe that teachers what?
Shouldn't really be in the showers with them.
Is it that teachers is their preferred brand of whiskey?
He's from Glasgow.
Is it 62% of pupils believe that teachers are really good at teaching them maths and 80% think they're not great?
Is it 62% of pupils believe that teachers are mad as a buzz? Because I think we all had a mad teacher. We had an absolutely mental mad teacher. I can't obviously tell you his name, but he was married to a woman called Mrs. Forsyth. He was mad because he used to, in the lesson, if you weren't paying attention, he'd say, right, I'm going to go and stand outside and I'm not coming back in until you behave. And we used to just go mad and he'd keep opening the door now and again going, I'm still here.
We used to have a teacher, he'd literally come in with a chainsaw and he'd take the heads of the...
I'll give you a clue to this. It's how the teachers feel about their pupils.
They like to think they like them, don't they?
That is the right answer.
Oh.
Yes, 62% of pupils believe that teachers like them. That or they can't spell lick. Dave's team, 30% of Scottish women have what?
Been banned from Weatherspoons? Is it have appeared as extras in Bad Girls?
Is it I've breastfed in public? Only I went to school. A mate of mine, they come over to Scotland. His mum was Scottish, obviously, more Aggie, something like that, I don't know. And she was still breastfeeding him at school when he was 5 at primary school. She used to come and do it through the railings. It's really funny. But the sad thing was, she was a real gossip, so if she saw somebody she knew at the other end at the playground there, she'd be off and he'd be like,
Did you grow up in a cartoon?
Yeah.
Well, you were closest with the Weatherspoons guess. It's a type of crime.
Drunk and disorderly.
No.
shoplifted alcohol.
Correct.
Really? There you go.
Yes, 30% of Scottish women have stolen alcohol. Sean's team, 16% of medical students have been what by nurses?
Injected by their ovipositors.
Yes, that's it. Moving on.
By the what? What was that?
Ovipositors.
Oh, right.
You know, the stem that injects the eggs into the host.
Yeah. And do you get people doing that to lots of it going, yeah. Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, the galleon, yeah, brilliant.
It's something that you would normally associate with happening at school.
Teased.
Bullied.
Correct. Dave's team, your next one. The average British man spends £13 a year on what?
Treating his wife. Go on, you have that yourself. Go on, you go and spend that. No, I don't want anything back. Off you go.
Is it throwing coins at referees?
You have a go, Vic, have a go.
Oh, push bike.
That's a brilliant answer, well done.
Thank you.
Have another go.
Walnuts, I suppose.
Very good answer as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, is that right? Is it walnuts and push bike?
Your whole body posture there suggests I've got the right answer, you can trust me. No, I'm serious on this one, yeah.
No, I
Is it
think we
push
have.
bikes?
I can't take all the credit for this. It was Sean.
I'm kind of his manager, really. Trainer, manager,
Yeah.
I encourage him.
Carer.
Yeah.
No, there's... Right, listen. There are... How many months in a year? 13. How much for your... How much for your lodgings? A month? £1. £13. Rent is the answer.
It's just the smug look after the wrong answer.
Is it coconuts? Because I probably buy 5 or 6 coconuts a year. So
You get them cheap.
Yeah.
Where'd you get them?
You know the coconut shop
Oh, yeah.
by the station?
Yeah.
Kate Garraway, do you have one final guess from Kate Garraway?
Socks or underwear? They don't ever
That's the
buy
correct
them,
answer.
do they? Really?
Yes, the average British man spends £13 a year on underwear. I was in Marks and Spencer's the other day. I splashed out some lacy knickers. I had to pay for them. Dave, Johnny, Rob, what have the nation been talking about this week?
Snow. The worst blizzards in Scotland for 10 years or something. 5,000 houses without power, wasn't it? Glasgow airport shut. That cold. A bloke in Glasgow with a coat on. That cold. That cold. There is a serious message, because it is cold. If you know an old person lives near you, on their own, nip round, pop in, you know, use their eating. They get an allowance off the government.
Do people really talk about the snow, though?
Oh, yeah.
Ring up north. They're all talking about it up there.
Christian, have you got any idea what's going on?
I can't understand a word they're saying. Straight though.
Even me?
I just need your PIN number
All right.
for the good cause.
Okay.
We love the snow in the north, though, don't we? Actually love the snow. As soon as it comes down, we're out there, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Come again?
We love the snow. We love the snow.
The Pope's coming.
No, we're not moving on to that until we've covered snow.
It's white. It's basically a hard version of rain. And when he passed me test 5 months ago, I didn't know you had to take it off the windscreen. To me, it was a magical adventure into Narnia.
Let's have a look and see if snow is one of the top 5 talking points this week. Yes, it is!
Hey. So excited.
Rather predictably, I'm going to go for the World Cup again. We're in the quarterfinals. Beat Ecuador 1-0. I had a bet, won a few quid. I bet it was going to be shit. It was. Beckham scored the only goal, won 1-0. So well done and all that. Then was sick. Threw up. And I'm wondering whether it was just like he's run out of celebrations. Footballers invent celebrations all the time. So he'd done the baby thing. I've done that one. I've done the kissing the shirt and all that. I've done all that. I know what. Oh, fuck it. If they'd have panned away to the corner flag, Wayne Rooney's having a dump. That's worse.
My favourite aspects of the World Cup has been the recurrent appearance of Frank Lampard's disappointed face. Because he keeps putting the ball wide and then he goes...
Jason, any thoughts on the World Cup?
I just think they've got all a bit soft, to be honest, all these footballers. So many fouls and free kicks and all the time just all diving over at my ankle. There was a bloke the other day for Ghana who was out because of a dead leg. Now, that's not an injury, is it, a dead leg? That's a minor annoyance. When I was 10, I had 3 dead legs in one day. I still had to do PE and walk home.
Watson came up trumps again, though. I know I do it every week, but Ecuador brought a substitute on. He's got his list of facts, and he goes, oh, you go. Oh, he's bringing on Rodriguez. Oh, interestingly enough, this is the smallest man in the world. Cut.
There's been a bit of trouble as well, wasn't there? Some England fans kicked off. Finally, there's some trouble. Everyone's saying that England fans behaving very well, and there was a bit of trouble. I saw it coming because before the World Cup, I saw near me there was a driving range adapted for chairs. They were practising like that. Just warming up for the World Cup.
If they had a World Cup in Sweden, there'd be no end of a vast variety of furniture to choose from.
Yeah.
What are we throwing? Hoogar. All right, OK.
But that's an integrated shelving system.
But I was surprised about the Wags, actually, and all the footage on them, and I think, is it that England are playing so shit that they have to keep doing cutaways of Posh in the crowd? She's got a mate, hasn't she, because they've all fallen out, Cheryl Tweedy. And apparently they're in their own little gang, just 2 of them, Billy No Mates. Because they reckon that all the other girlfriends and wives don't understand the pressures they're under. And I was just thinking, well, what pressures? What, she was in a shit band, she is in a shit band, and the core audience are age 6. What's pressured?
And they jumped up at the goal, didn't they? Went, yeah, yeah, yeah. What's happening? No idea. Yeah.
And also, you know, it's Posh with the little boys. They go, yeah, don't get that ice cream near me. Hey!
Jermaine, any thoughts on the football? You've been following it?
I should confess that I've been supporting Australia.
Robbed.
Robbed.
They were robbed. Well, it's only taken 5 generations, and finally the Australians know how it feels to get robbed.
Right, well, let's have a look and see if the World Cup is one of the top 5 talking points. I imagine it is.
Get it.
In with a bullet at number 1. Yes, England are still in the World Cup. There's been a lot of competition between the wags, or wives and girlfriends, in a series of fantasies I've been having.
$720. All our bids are locked in. Good luck to you all. Our prize, $799. Mary wins. You right?
You should have seen Jermaine when she found out she was coming on this show. That was the Australian Price is Right. Here is your related statistic. 67% of game show contestants describe appearing on television as the most exciting thing that has ever happened to them. True or false?
She looked horrified. She's like she'd been given, you know, tickets for a dinner with Mick Hucknall or something.
It's called hysterics, isn't it?
Yeah.
They should have slugged her. Bam, would have put an end to that.
Yeah.
What kind of a feminist are you?
I would slug you if you had hysterics.
Will you? Do I have to have hysterics? How about if I'm just cheeky? Female eunuch, this.
Oh, I don't want to be here. It was The thing about game shows, they always say to contestants, don't they? They always say to them, you know, there's a funny thing happened to you once, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
With biscuits or something.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, yes, yeah, I bought some rich tea, and I got them home, and it turned out, I forgot you've got it wrong, actually, but we like digestives. And those are the usual stories they tell. So you can see that actually the anecdotes they have in their life are so pitiful that television probably would blow their minds.
Jermaine, you were on one, though, weren't you? You were on Big Brother. Was it the most exciting thing that's ever happened to you?
No,
What was?
almost anything else. I loathed it, and they make up rules that you consider yourself bound by, and then they change them. And they make it as hard as they can.
This was Big Brother, wasn't it? Not your days in Guantanamo. What do you think, Sean?
I think it's absolutely spot on, Jimmy. That statistic isn't a statistic, it's a fact.
Well,
I'm staring down the barrel of the truth there. And I'm saying yes.
I can tell you that the answer is false. In fact, only 16% of game show contestants describe appearing on television as the most exciting thing that has ever happened to them.
Is it Gwyneth Paltrow's Fanny Candle?
Yes.
Tell me everything you know about this.
She's made a candle that smells the same as her vagina.
Yes.
Thank God it wasn't just me that I thought I was the only one who heard about this.
She's selling sex dust as well, isn't she?
What, sorry?
Sex dust.
What is sex dust?
I think it's the stuff they scrape off the sheets after she's... put it in a bag.
Do a line of it. OK.
I feel sorry for her kids. Imagine going to school, your name's already Apple, right? And someone comes up and goes, I know what your mum's Fanny smells like. And they do.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow also sells vagina eggs. That it's like resistance training for drug mules. You put like an egg up yourself, and then you like go around all day and go to your CEO job or whatever, and then you have really strong pelvic floor.
And a lovely boiled egg when you get home.
No, it's an extraordinary story. So, Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle brand, Goop, has released a candle called This Smells Like My Vagina.
It sounds like an accident. This smells like my vagina.
But it
sounds like...
Here's a picture of the candle everyone's making a fuss about. Doesn't look like much, does it? We couldn't get the candle at $75, but it's sold out.
It's sold out because Chris Martin bought them all to reminisce. He just lit them all in one room, just remembering.
You could release a candle, couldn't you? Like a knob candle.
Yeah.
That smells of, like, parmesan and jizz and WD-40.
Just stick a wick in a bit of a gorgonzola. Don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong here. I love a vagina.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, the smell's not my favourite part.
It's all about context, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want to smell a vagina when you're expecting to smell a vagina. It's like toast. If you're making toast and you can smell toast, great.
And if you can't...
If you're not making toast and you can smell toast, you need to call an ambulance.
It's a stroke.
Well, we've had one made up. I don't know if you can read that, but we got the ingredients from their website of what was in it.
What's in it?
It's citrusy bergamot.
Bergamot?
She wishes it smelled like bergamot.
Have a little, have a go on that. Is that what yours?
No, it's not.
Let's have a look.
Well, I don't know. I don't smell it myself.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
You're as many as
I'll be the judge of this. Oh, yeah, darling, it's remarkably similar.
It's a very nice candle.
Every single person who sees that candle is going to want to smell it, aren't they?
Because, no way.
Because,
Chris Martin would not have got divorced.
Rob, let me give the other guys a go.
It's a lovely candle.
It is a nice candle.
Very nice.
You know the goop thing isn't hers either.
It's not her goop.
No. It's a bunch of investors paid her to be the spokesperson for it. It's not her company.
Whose vagina have I just sniffed then? So many questions.
Excuse me, on this side, we think our vaginas smell like this.
That is exactly what my vagina smells.
Phil, go in and find out.
We'll just...
So big.
Go on, Phil.
Phil, listen. Always clean.
Wow.
Listen, if it's really clean, I'm buying it.
Yeah, but that is like fresh out the bath
Yeah.
smell. And that ain't like after a night out dancing.
That's all in the fine print.
That is weekend away, spa break, fresh out the bath smell there.
This smells like Gwyneth... Yeah, it does say that in small print, actually. I've just seen it. This smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina, fresh out the bath.
I want 3 a.m. at Tiger edition.
A real... Whoa, gamey.
Yeah.
Willies don't smell great either. Let's not all slag.
I've made a fucking candle of it.
Exactly, no one's trying to make you smell
I'll tell you why my willy doesn't smell nice, because it's just been in a vagina. That's a new low for us, isn't it? OK, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina-scented candle. Gwyneth Paltrow saw up herself, and so are her candles. Gwyneth Paltrow's got married again recently. Who's the lucky fellow? Chris Martin. He's well shot of her.
Well, like it or loathe it, I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here rumbles on, with David Guest as the unlikely star. And he's a bit odd, but he's good value, I think. Do you not? Yeah. And Lisa Minnelli said this week, they asked her opinion on his venture into the jungle, and she said, I hope he gets fucked by a kangaroo. Not only is that a great statement, but it would make a great Bush Tucker trial. It would, wouldn't it? You're getting fucked by a kangaroo, you've got to get the stars out of its pocket, like that. That is a great trial.
Thing I never understand about this is what's a kangaroo doing in the jungle?
Exactly.
I've never understood. I thought a kangaroo lived in the desert. And
They
every
do
time
indeed.
When they're in the bush, they're always eating kangaroo testicles and things like this. This is some poor kangaroo's gone on a holiday. And it's happened to just wander into this thing.
What about Jan Leeman, who's there saying, I'm not a girl's girl? Well, clearly by her 5 failed marriages, she's not a boy's girl either, is she?
When you first heard that, you went, five divorces, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And then you see her for about half an hour and go, no, fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
We've all made mistakes, get out of that. Yeah, take the house, fuck off. Any thoughts on I'm a Celebrity over here? Have you been watching it, Sean? You love that kind of thing, don't you?
I watch it from behind the sofa, groaning.
I thought it reached its lowest ebb when they tried to get that earwig out of Jason Donovan's bum. Dr. Bob got involved, and I'm fascinated by Dr. Bob because a few series ago he was called Dr. Bob, and then last series he was called Medic Bob. And the last thing you want when someone's got the fingers up your bum is to go, are you Dr. Bob? Well, Medic Bob, actually. Actually, it's just Bob. I don't even work on the show.
Go on, Bill.
There's no need to do that, Lee. I don't think that adds a lot. Why don't you do this?
Am I the only one in thinking that I don't find it terribly edifying to be in the jungle eating wild animals and insects?
Hey, you don't mind it when the woodpeckers are doing it?
Yeah.
They love a bit of grub, the woodpecker. They're at it like woodpeckers.
You're going to do that after every bit, like this go.
Let them have their little childish aside. It's all right. We'll carry on.
But it is right.
What show do you think you're on?
Oh,
So you're not supposed to eat insects now?
No, it's
Are you a
not so much-
vegetarian?
I'm not a vegetarian. Let's not go there. But by
That's not a country, vegetarian.
to be perfectly honest, the eating of them I don't find quite so objectionable as the, you know, isn't it scary to have about 20 rats thrown over you and that sort of thing. I don't think those rats enjoy it very much.
Well, imagine if you're a rat, there's not many opportunities on modern television.
There's all sorts of them. There's been some fantastic documentaries about rats. I myself have featured rats on television in wildlife documentaries many, many times. Yes, I even came out in favour of rats because people always go on about Ratty in Wind in the Willows, don't they?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, who was in fact a water vole. And yet, if you look at a rat without knowing that it's a rat and it is swimming in the water, you say, isn't that lovely?
Not in the bath, though.
Whether it's a...
What's in my bath? Is that a water vole or a rat? Either way, I'm going to fucking kill it. Sean's team to go first. While on a job, 1 in 4 builders, what?
Well, I'd just like to say, at 4-1 down, we've never come back from a score like that, so we actually just concede.
OK, well, that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. We've never had this before. It'd just be the test card for the next 15 minutes.
You do look a bit like that girl from the test card, Jimmy.
Any thoughts on this? 1 in 4 builders?
It's obvious. It's while on a job, 1 in 4 builders does some fucking work and the other 3 watch.
Is it compliments a young lady on her massive tits?
If only it stopped at that, I have to say, as a matter of fact.
Would they compliment you as well on your massive tits? You all right, Bill? Hey!
No, it's Bill.
That's what I said.
B-I-W. It's Bill.
So, and you can tell how they're spelling it just from them shouting?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've never yet been called by my name properly by Bill. It's always Bill.
I bet it's not always Bill.
What do they shout apart from boo?
It's like, do you like me? And things like that.
Do you like me? I've heard loads of Bill sides. I've never heard anyone shout, do you like me, Bill? Because I like you.
These builders, they don't have big black moustaches and they're in Village People.
Oh, yeah. In the area of North London I live in, 1 in 4 builders ends up shagging the lonely housewife on the kitchen table whilst the husband is
Out
away.
birdwatching.
Yeah, not birdwatching.
What were you doing, Bill? Hey, sorry, Bill, were you really bird watching with those binoculars? Or are you just... Hang on, he's giving her one. He only came to do the kitchen. I can give you a clue. I can tell you it's something to do with their unexpected eating habits.
Gourmet food in their packed
Well,
lunches.
you're pretty close with that.
Fruit. A salad.
Correct answer. Yeah, this is extraordinary, ladies and gentlemen. While on a job, 1 in 4 builders regularly has sushi or salad for lunch.
The one with the lottery thing.
Tell me more.
You want 161 million. Imagine, though, if you didn't want any publicity. If you know, you can tick a box, can't you? And you say, I don't want any publicity. How would you keep 161 million quiet? How would you do that?
Sign on.
The thing about it, it's 161 million, but they actually don't get the 161 million. They have to wait for like years upon years to get all the money.
And they like pay tax.
No. No, they won 162 million pounds. They get a cheque for 162 million pounds.
And who gives it to them? Like,
who gives it to them?
the lottery people.
The news agent. Yep, that's all right. Here you go.
If I had 162 million, I would hire every private investigator in the world and get them to follow Rupert Murdoch.
It'd be worth using 160 million to buy B Sky B and then just stand on air looking at him like that.
Looking at you two, I think if you won it, something to do with space.
Well, we'd split between us.
You'd spend it on a rocket. Would you like to go into space?
I want to like, I want to be an astronaut. Go to space.
But you have to get flights there now. And
You have to get flights there?
yeah,
No, you don't. We could propel you
you
there.
get in the thing, there's no Virgin.
Yeah, but that's if you want to come back.
Jimmy, leave them alone. They're on my team.
Sorry, Sean.
We could live on the moon. Like, imagine us living on the moon. Like, imagine, imagine you go to a website and you can just see us, like, living on it. We're like,
Hold on a sec, I'm just going to do that.
OK, let's have a look and see whether Euro Millions is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, a British ticket has won the Euro Millions jackpot. The Euro Millions winner is 430th on the UK Rich list and #1 on the UK Jammy Bastard list.